Hey everyone, welcome to my review of the Bob Marley One Love movie. Of course, before we get straight into it, let's just subscribe, like, share, and comment on this video. And of course, you can watch the other videos on my channel. Yeah, it's your boy Stefkai. So let's get straight into the review. Woo! We're talking about the legend, the gong, Skip, Bob Marley, Robert Nesta Marley, the man who everybody wants, well, not everybody, but the man who people are saying should be a national hero. And for these reasons, this is why this movie shows that the man is a legend. Jamaica's superstar reggae icon who brought reggae to the world. Right? One of the people who brought reggae to the world. But guys, the movie, we just need to establish something from the beginning, that it's set between the period 1976 to about 1978, and it captures a specific period of Bob's life when he was going through a tumultuous time, when he was trying to find a message, and out of this is where the Exodus album was born, and he was shot, he had to leave Jamaica, his wife Rita had to leave Jamaica, and of course, this was during the period when there was civil unrest in Jamaica because there was an election. He wanted to do a concert, but his life was at stake. So he left. And then, of course, the mission and the purpose of his existence, he had to come back to Jamaica to unify Jamaica. And he made the two political leaders at the time, Michael Manley and Edward Seaga, hold hands in a One Love Peace concert. And it really was a symbolic and a very historic moment in Jamaica's history, and shows you the power of music and what it can do in terms of bringing a country together. So now that we've gotten that context out of the way, because a lot of the press run from, Ziggy Marley, who is one of the producers, does explain this. So if you're going to get the salacious, Cindy asleep with Bob and Bob asleep with this person and that person, no, you're not going to get that, because of course it's really for a specific time period and they're showcasing a specific message. Let's just talk about the fact that the movie starts in a very, I love it. It starts in a very artistic way, and it starts with a lovely artistic expression, and I don't want to give away too much spoilers, but it's a beautiful start to the movie and you already transcended to that time period. But let's talk about Kingsley Ben-Adir, who plays Bob. He was very, very, very good. And the fact is that I'm always very skeptical about watching sometimes Jamaican interpretations of stuff, because I despise hearing a Jamaican accent like outside the world. Like, it does make me feel weird. As a Jamaican, it makes me go, ooh! I know I can understand like when other people try to talk like, other accents, but let me tell you, you can see that the work was done. Kingsley Ben-Adir is a superstar. He is a superstar. And you can see the dialectic coaches and all of the dialect coaches were very much a part of this movie. And we have to even pick up like Faye Ellington, because I saw that she was a part of it. And it's just those kind of things to show that like there was really thought and depth that was put into it. A lot of times when he was talking, of course, it's not the Jamaican accent, but it was very much there. It never felt like an imitation. It was more an embodiment. And even his role of playing Bob, just the nuances, the stylistic expressions and all of that, you could feel it. You could feel it. You could see that this man sit down and do some work. He was in an interview and he said while he was on the set of Barbie, when he was in break, he used to run behind his trailer and just started to listen to some Bob Marley music and just see what the man was about, so you could embody the character more. And we have to give props to that. There was a lot of conversation talking about the fact, say, a Jamaican should have played the role. Why Bob Pickett never played the role? Why Alexander Bustamante never played the role? Why Sam Shab never played? And I'm just like, people, let's be real, right? I will not really go over that in this video, because clearly, them should have just said, say it out, Emancipation Park, who want to play Bob? No. There's a whole process to this. Like, we need actually trained actors to bring across and evoke certain emotions, and that is what was done in the video. But let me tell you, Lashana Lynch rivals him, Woman King star. Like, she rivals, like, she's neck and neck. She was coming in for the gold. Coming in from the cold? Yeah. But, she was like her performance was just as strong, and there were scenes when she even took away the shine from Kingsley, who played Bob. And I'm just like, I love their embodiment and portrayal of Rita, because you could see that she did her work again. Like, the leads were really good, and a lot of times we hear Bob, 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 but we don't really know a lot about Rita's personality and like how Rita came to be, because Rita was a part of the Soul. She also has a career in music and all of that, but like in terms of just being that support and pillar to Bob, trust me, Lashana brought that out. And for me, I mean, I'm a big fan of the I3s. I love them. They always sing and I try to harmonize and whatever. But just her embodiment of the role showed that she is really somebody who go acting school and train, because
we used to talk about this and everything else when you only had one shirt. I give you everything you asked me for. Everything.
there were points in it where she was so poignant that I wanted to cry. Like, I wanted to cry. How she expressed herself was just really, really, really good. I loved her. The two lead them deserve an Oscar. An Oscar? Yeah. Them deserve an Oscar for this one of them I-class movie award, because they really did, they did the damn thing, right? And so even the accent, even though like her accent was not, nearly close to what a Jamaican should sound like, it was very, very good. It was very, very good to me. And I gave and take, because I understand that this is going to an international audience. So maybe, persons may not understand the Jamaican accent readily, and there were no subtitles in the theater. So I feel like if you watch it, you will be able to do that if you're not a Jamaican, like understand it, right? And there was a lot of symbolism in the movie as well, where Bob was connecting with the creator, which is Rastafari, Haile Empress Selassie. So even things like that coming out in the movie, some little imagery and stuff, if you're not if you never do lit unseen English B, yeah! It could just pass over your head, so yeah. So now a lot of persons were saying like Jamaican should have been the lead, but let me tell you guys, a lot of Jamaicans were in the film. That's extras and like minor roles. There's Savannah. Naomi Cohen. Savannah played Julie Mott. Naomi Cohen played Marcia Griffiths. And even in that embodiment, they also came through. Of course, it wasn't as strong because they never really had a lot of speaking lines or anything. But just to see Jamaicans in the film that they can also put on their resume to also push their acting career or push their career further, to be a part of such a big international film is a win in and of itself. So even though we never get the lead to be Jamaican, a lot of Jamaicans got an opportunity to be a part of this project and production that will possibly, who knows, set their career in a new way. For me, I love Errol Creary's portrayal of Lee Scratch Perry. He was hilarious. Like, he had just a little piece in the film, but like, trust me, the whole theater was erupting in laughter. And Sheldon Shepherd as well, in terms of playing Neville Garrick, that was a really good portrayal as well. And also Chris Blackwell, the man who played Chris Blackwell, was really good. Sometimes the story felt a little bit disjointed. That's just one of the critiques. Like, I felt like it was rushed. In terms of like, even when Bob went overseas and he was trying to find the message of the music and all of that, and he came back home. I wanted to see more like even the Bob Marley One Love Peace concert. But again, I understand that, it's not a documentary. And if you want to get like a full understanding of who Bob was, you can watch the 2012 documentary by Kevin McDonald, that's really, really good. Really, really, really good. And, for me, I just appreciate this film for what it is. And I think when I left the theater, I was just like, we have to understand that like the producers were Ziggy, Rita was a part of it too, and Bob Marley's family had a big influence on the movie. So when you're looking at that, a lot of the production expressions and elements, of course, would be a little tainted. Not say that it's dishonest and I'm not gonna tell the truth, but of course there's reverence with how Bob would have been portrayed to the world, because we all know, but guess what? There's still a reverence and also artistic liberty that they have in terms of sharing that. So I don't think it was that type of movie where we're gonna get the whole... No. But there are moments in it that were really strong. The whole film just shows me that Bob was really someone about unifying. He was not about the hype, he was not about the fame, he was really about the music, and that really came through in the movie, which is what I think the family and the estate of Bob Marley wanted to portray to the world. Bob Marley is no longer Jamaica's only. He is from Jamaica, but he's now a world star. He's a legacy. He has literally been that guy. He is that guy that, has really unified the world. Anywhere in the world you're going, you say Bob Marley, people can identify it also with the Jamaican brand. So I'm just happy about that, because guess what? Brand Jamaica being pushed in this way is just always good, and it's just a good time for us to capitalize on it and move forward. Some of like the scenes, and the movie's about 1 hour and 45 minutes change, but like some of the scenes just felt choppy, so I would have just liked some of them to be a little more smooth over. I am no movie director or not like that, you know, but that's just me from an artistic appreciation and somebody who loves music and love art. Now let's talk about the music in the show. Like the music was really true to form. It was good. It was stark. It was true. It was real. It was good. And I enjoyed it, because Bob Marley at the end of the day is a reggae singer. So if that did flop, that's we did wrap up the whole show. And that was really good. Lashana Lynch as well, she sang in portions, but trust me, her acting stood out. I mean, no say me I come back to she, but when I say that these British actors, they were really good. They were really good. And I'm just happy that this film was not just like a pick out of the air and whatever. It really captured the essence of Jamaica, and a lot of Jamaicans too contributed to its success and what it was. So it's not just like somebody being, you know, having a tokenistic appreciation and just coming to tell us what was happening, you know. But I find that in Jamaica a lot of times we are very sensational. We love to talk. We love to just complain and like discuss and analyze, but we don't really like sometimes take the time to just do some historical checking. So a lot of people may not really know much about Bob Marley, and that's fine. You may have been born in an era where you just don't know a lot of the history, because even when we're in the movie theater, people were just like, Bob Marley was 36 when he dead? And I'm like, you know? But if you're going to watch the movie, just do a little bit of research and history before, so that you can have that understanding. But overall, I enjoyed it. I gave the movie a 7.5 out of 10. I'm no movie critic, I'm not like that, but guess what? I really just love it, and I just love that Brand Jamaica is out there. Big up Savannah, that's one of my favorite reggae singers, and just that the movie really shows you how much music can impact the world, and that this man, even though he died years ago, his legacy and impact still moves forward. And for me, what stood out the most was just his support of Rita. I'm sorry, what stood out the most was Rita supporting him and showing you that, like, when you're a superstar, you need that kind of expression. You need that kind of love. You need that kind of partnership. And I think that's what Rita stood true to, that. She believed in Bob. She knew Bob for who he was. She knew Bob for who he was, flaws and all, but she believed in the mission. She believed in the message. She believed in him, even when he never believed in himself, because Bob was just a typical creative, like, you know, all over the place. But Rita was really a grounding force and factor in his life, and we really have to give props for that. I don't know if that's what they wanted to just portray, but however it was portrayed, it was received. Emotional, poignant, stark, good. I enjoyed it. Of course, there was not everything in it that I loved, because some parts of it, the ending was a little bit choppy to me, because I'm like, oh, it ends so, you know? And it's just like even some other biopics like Whitney Houston and King Richard with Will Smith. Yeah, man, that was just really good. Really good. Everybody's going to have their interpretation and thoughts on the whole thing, but overall, I think that the movie was well done. The artistry, the imagery, the graphical work, all of that was really good, and Jamaicans as well contributed to that. So guys, go and watch the movie. Don't sit on your couch and just say, but man, I go watch it. Let's just not do that in 2024. We're talking about upliftment and education and really tapping into our culture and understanding more who was that we are now, right? So thank you guys for listening to this review. It was really a pleasure being here with you. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment on the video below. And of course, maybe I should do more of these videos, right? But it's your boy Stefkai. Until next time, bye bye. Let me see if I can sing it. One love, one heart, let's get together and feel alright. Bye.